DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift, is he a buy or is he a sell? For me, he's a sell. And here's why. I think his days are limited in Chicago. The offense is something that's added a ton of pieces as we've moved through the offseason. They completely revamped that offensive line, which is good for the running back room. But on the flip side, they did make a draft pick of a running back. And that was Kyle Monangai from Rutgers in the 7th round, late pick. I understand, not necessarily the biggest move, but I do think that is a body that they added. Let's not forget this team was making active negotiations to try and go sign Kareem Hunt. So I think the days for DeAndre Swift are numbered. Yes, he's going to have a workload at the beginning of the year, but I do think there's a world where someone, including Roshan or Monangai, eats into that workload. I think the pass catchers, they're going to have a ton of opportunities. They drafted Luther Burden in the 2nd round. He's another guy that gets those manufactured touches that's going to find a way to probably end up in the backfield sometimes and do some gadgety plays. So I just think that DeAndre Swift might be a little bit capped. So if I could move off of him, now would be the time. The question is, what's the value? For me, I'd probably be looking for somewhere around that mid to late 2nd if I'm looking at a pick, or maybe make a player with a little bit more upside that's got, less age or better opportunity, but he's a sell for me. I mean, you can make the case where he's a buy in the short term if you're a contending team. I'm not going to fault you too much if you hold on to him, but long term, you need to be thinking about how can you get off DeAndre Swift and where can you capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you 100% there. I think he's a sell as well. We've seen that the Bears have tried to supplement their running back room in multiple ways. They've done it through the draft now that being like a 6th, 7th round pick, like you said, in Monangai. There's been people that have linked Nick Chubb to them as well. So, I mean, if Nick Chubb goes there, that's going to give Ben Johnson his little 1-2 punch that like he had with the Lions. And I'll be honest, the reason we liked that is because both backs, both David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, are able to produce in that offense. And I think, as Nick Chubb has gotten older, he's had more injuries, his knee will be hurt. And let's face it, DeAndre Swift is not Jahmyr Gibbs. So I would be a little bit more hesitant of saying, oh, well, he used this model in Detroit, he's going to do it again here. So I would probably just go ahead, sell him off. Like you said, that probably late 2nd range, somewhere in there. That's probably where I would end up.
Yeah, I mean, a serviceable player. He finishes RB19 last year with the Bears. He had 253 attempts with under 1,000 yards. He had like 950, only 6 touchdowns, added 42 receptions through the air for just over 300 something yards. So he's just limited in my opinion. And I think Roshan's got a real chance to have an impact. He kind of got better as the year went on. Let's not forget they moved off of Khalil Herbert midseason to the Bengals. Like I said, they added Kyle Monangai. This offensive line is revamped. And I really think that this is going to be a team that just tries to feast and score as many points as they can. And that's probably going to benefit all of these guys. And I don't think that DeAndre Swift is the first option on this team. I think there's a world where we could see them add someone like Nick Chubb. That would not surprise me at all. J.K. Dobbins is still unsigned. Could he find his way there? I think there's a world where competition still finds its way into this backfield and kind of impacts this roster. So I just think be hesitant on whether you're going to go buy DeAndre Swift. Like I said, I see the contending compete window, but in my eyes, it's pretty short, and you're going to have to be monitoring it the entire time because it could flip pretty quick.
Well, and here's the thing too. Think about it like this, right? Like, say DeAndre Swift right now, we're saying he's worth a late 2nd. As soon as one of these guys signs, if it's Dobbins or Chubb or anybody like that signs that's available that's going to vulture touches, his value automatically goes down into the 3rd, right? Like, I mean, his value doesn't go up. So, I mean, that's where I kind of get to the point where I'm just like, I'd rather just sell him, take the value, get me a rookie who has an opportunity, and just kind of go from